Well, hello there, friends. Hey, welcome to another episode of Alamo, the DIYer's Last Stand. Oh, wait, no, this is actually our very first video. So, yeah, we hope for your patience and a little bit of long suffering, and we'll get through this. I usually try to hide from these cameras whenever somebody points a camera at me. I hate the cameras. So, anyways, yeah, I feel like we're due for, maybe breaking away from the politics, religion. I don't know. I feel like my brain goes into meltdown talking about too much politics, and I get a brain full of, well, that brain matter turns into a gooey mess of just a plasma jelly. So I'm gonna take a break from it. Maybe do some DIYers and stuff. That's my plan. But yeah, we'll hopefully shortly get some more videos about history and stuff like that. But for now we'll have fun with this. So here before us we've got the weapons of choice that we're going to use to mutilate this sheetrock here. We've got your husky hammer. Everybody that's familiar with the husky hammer knows that these hammer is forged in the fire of Mordor. So I don't think it'll be any contest for this claw to go into this sheetrock right here. And the next weapon of choice is going to be, if I can get it here, broomstick. This broomstick is, since we've had it, it's just been collecting cobwebs in the closet, and it's been used just for household chores and stuff. So lived a relatively boring life. So this will be a short burst of excitement for this, for this wall here. Put a hole through it with it and stuff. So, and then we have the knife. Sometimes as a handyman we have to follow up after crime scenes. Some rooms where they have where there's you might have places where there was an attempted stabbing, but instead it went through the wall. Maybe put some holes in the wall and stuff. And so that's kind of our job, is to follow up with that and fix those holes and stuff. Just kidding. We have never had to do that yet. Don't be getting any ideas. And anyways, so yeah, let's go ahead and get started. Hole number 1. Okay, here we go. Okay, there's our first hole. Okay, and here's the broomstick. Have a hole just right there. You like that? Perfect. Well, that actually took 2 stabs there. And then the knife. Let's see what the knife can do. I felt like that took too much effort. That should have been a little bit easier. And then, last but not least, left that as a surprise for you. But yeah, we're going to use the old fist. I saw my son get 400 views. I don't know if any of you saw that video, but yeah, he got more than 400 views. So I feel like we'll be lucky if we get maybe just a fraction of that. Here, I'll go ahead and turn the camera so you can. Okay, here we go for the wind up. I'm gonna put a hole right through the sheetrock here. Okay, there's your hole. Holy cow. My son did that in one punch. That was humiliating. Okay, well, let's go ahead and do this. Okay, crew, hey, we ready to fix some holes. So we got our 4-inch hole saw that we're going to use. Now, let's probably let you know, this is a method that we use for repiping homes. For when we repipe a home, we go through and make Swiss cheese of everything. Use this to get access to all of our pipes, and then we have a real quick method that we use to to repair everything. It makes for a real quick and clean. Kind of finish everything off and paint it after we get done piping. So let me show you how it's done. We'll just core these all out with a 4-inch hole saw. And I need my screwdriver. Well, maybe not. I think I can get her. Okay, here we go. Y'all see that? Incredible, huh? Okay, now in this one we got a little bit bigger hole, so of course we got a place to put our pilot hole, our pilot bit, which could be dangerous. That's where you just have to use a little bit of caution, but you have to kind of put the hole on the bottom of the, or put the auger on the bottom of that hole, and just kind of ride the bottom of that hole until you get a footprint. Just like that. That's how you do it when you haven't got a place to put that pilot bit. That pilot bit's your security, or keeps that blade from rolling. Okay, now we're going to show you the magic here. So these are our little cores we put in these holes. You just go through and cut dozen of these at a time. And you can just go through and slap those on there, and with some of that pudding butter, or the mud, you can just apply that and put it right in place, and you're done. No backing or nothing. It's just cut the back side and just leave the finish side with just a paper flange that overextends it and stuff. So I've got 3 of them, but we need to cut one more. I didn't want to cut that last one so I could kind of show you how it's done, but I'll get full sheet and just mark each square, 7 inches square, and then cut them all out. Well, drill them first before you cut them out, so you have a little bit of stability. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and cut this one. Now cut it so just so it cuts the paper. Just like that. Yeah, we just want to cut the papers off. Where's my good knife? Here we go. Then you want to starfish it. Cut your light on each corner. Then in the middle, right there. Another one on the corner. In the middle, and then right there. And then before you start doing your peeling, make sure all these are broken up first before you try to peel it off, because it'll peel off the paper off that center disc. You want to keep that intact. So then you just kind of peel it off just like that. Then you'll have these little hanging chads, or these little goobers you want to get rid of, so that you don't have bumps on the sheetrock when you go to put it on there. Make it nice and smooth. Get rid of all that excess gypsum. Still in your camera view? Yeah, it looks like. What's a tight camera view? Having this on the horizontal. Or on the vertical, I should say. Where's my scissors? Anybody see my scissors? Okay, here it is. And you can just cut this to trim. You only want maybe an inch, inch and a half of overhang. Okay, we got our 4 discs now to go ahead and plug this up. So all we're looking to do is, well, I got a batch of the pudding butter mixed here. This is just a plain mud with water mixed to the consistency of pudding. We just use the pudding for, putting the paper, sheetrock paper on, and of course these. Everything else is just the regular mud. Get that pudding on there. Oh, she's a beauty. Make sure that paper's gonna have 100% coverage. I mean, you want that paper to be completely, fully embedded in the mud when you put that on there. And then distribute. Don't scrape anything off. Just distribute it. So it's 100% coverage. We're not putting more. We're just distributing is all. Just like that. And then you just slap and tamp. That's really all there is to it. Slap and tamp. Just like that, folks. And then we're just tapping it in place. Don't push that blade too hard, or you'll tear the paper. You do that after you get it tapped in place. After it's getting tapped in place, then you go through and scrape out the excess mud. Get those bubbles out. You don't ever want to see bubbles. Yeah, bubbles are fun on the playground, chasing bubbles and that kind of thing. But in this world of sheetrock, it's like, yeah, bubbles are completely prohibited. No bubbles. Okay, and we're done with that phase. Now we'll just wait that to dry, and we'll do the second and third coat. Just make that smooth as glass. Oh, hey there, crew. Hey, we're back. It's been about 4 hours. We went and played a game of Catan with some friends, and so that, yeah, this is had about 4 hours to dry. We should be good to go ahead and put a second coat of mud on it. Turn this camera so you can see it here. Okay, now we want to go ahead and, now on the second coat, so what we're gonna do is so we got peaks and valleys. You want to look at it as peaks and valleys, ridges and valleys, or whatever you want to call it. But this is your valley right here that we're trying to fill. Just fill that with mud. So as we go, so we want to make sure we ride this ridge, so we stay on top of that ridge, so that we can fill all the area between both sides of the knife. And you want this side of the knife to be touching that sheetrock. If that lifts at all, you'll have some hard shoulders. That, after it dries, it's going to be rough sanding and stuff like that. Could be a difference of just a couple minutes sanding or 10 minutes sanding. So let's go ahead and do this. Just get a good block of mud, about a quarter inch, 8-inch thick on there. Just fill in that valley. Make sure you stay on top of those ridges. Or the paper. The paper is what we consider the ridge. It's maybe raised up just a tiny bit, just enough to create just a ridge there. Okay, let's do the other side. Make sure you stay on those ridges. Make sure the knife is flat. And just all we're doing is scraping it off. And then clean off the excess that's on top here. Just like that. And then this area in the between here, we can just fill that and write both sides of that ridge to make the whole middle area just one big plateau. We must have some chunks in there. Wants to leave some streaks. I don't think we're gonna get this perfect, but it's just the second coat. We can always make sure it's perfect on the third coat. Just like that. And we're gonna call it good. How's that? Oh, well, hello crew. Hey, we're back for the third and final coat. It's been, let's see, it's been like 2 days since we did this last coat, so it should be plenty dry. I shouldn't have to worry about that. So now what we're looking to do on this third coat is, well, it's just a repeat of the second coat. You know, just going around these circles. You know, fill in those valleys, and just as you can see, I had to cut out a little bit right there. That's where the tape was. Oh, sorry. Let me put you on the project here. So you had to cut out a little bit of tape. That's where I had a bubble, and so yeah, cut that out. So that'll probably need at least maybe a couple more coats. Like I said, the third coat isn't always final. There's always, you know, a lot of little touch-ups and finishing you got to do on the sheetrock. So let's go ahead and do this. Where's my big knife? So yeah, we're gonna give it some coverage just like we did last time. Just cover that whole thing, and we'll wipe it off. Okay, and then wipe it off. We're filling valleys, and we're still trying to make sure we ride that ridge. Okay, how's that look? Did I miss anything? Then once we get that sanded down, that should be good to go. Do this other side. Just 100% coverage on the whole thing. Wipe her down. Keep that knife on the ridge. You can see there's going to be a little bump right there, so that'll require some attention, of course, after the third coat. So just watch for stuff like that. And then, of course, if you remember, we made this into a plateau, this whole area. So make sure we plateau that again. So it's just even all the way across there. And there it is, folks. We are done. Did we miss anything? That looks like it needs maybe another pass. Okay, that'll fly. Okay, then once that dries, we can sand that down. I'll just do a demonstration of how we sand it. Now, when we sand, stay off the paper. Do minimal, minimal sanding on that paper, because once you scuff that up and bring the fibers up from the paper, you'll have to put another, just either start over or put another coat of mud over it. Create a plateau that you can feather around to kind of fix that. But yeah, most of our sanding will take place on the edges here. You just sand just rotating motion just outside that paper. Don't touch the paper all the way around it, so that's all. You don't see any ridges between this point and the edge of the mud. And then after you get that done, sand the outside. Just go inside and sand this real fast. Oh, and of course, I also want to drop plug 4. This core cut and replace system that we've been showing to you. I like to call this my diagnostic tool. Diagnostic tool because we use this for diagnosing leaks behind walls, plumbing diagnosing, for looking at electrical wires, and what else we use it for? Mold's a big one. For from the front of the sheetrock, you're not going to know how much mold you have until you open up that wall, to be able to peek inside and see the extent of the mold damage and stuff, to see how much mold remediation you got to do and stuff after a flood. So, and that just it's a good system. You can poke as many holes as you need to, do a thorough investigation, and then just cut these plugs out, and it's just a quick way to diagnose and and get on top of your repairs afterwards, so it doesn't have to be a bigger crisis than it needs to be. You just throw those plugs on, and then with a little bit of mud finishing and texture to match the existing texture, and then just to throw some paint on there, your walls are pristine again. So anyways, yeah, that's it, and that's all, folks. Give us a like and a subscribe, and let us know what you think. And any advice you can give us all amateurs on how to do these videos, it'd certainly be appreciated. All right, well, have a good one. Peace out.